What's up, YouTubers? Today we're going to talk about smoothing out LS truck intakes with no plastic welding and no body filler. I don't like the idea of body filler inside a hot engine compartment. I just don't feel like it's going to last very long. So we're going to work on making a pretty intake without any of that stuff. All you need is a die grinder, carbide bit, burr tool. Doesn't have to be this long, it's just what I had. And time, patience. I'll show you what we got. So this is the stock LS truck intake. What it looks like with all the tabs and different, bungs for bolting stuff on and different things. Pretty ugly. I mean, normally it would have that Vortec, plastic cover over the top of it, but with most of these swaps, that stuff will not fit under the hood. So I already did the one that's in Outsider here, the second gen Camaro. As you can see, it's looks quite a bit cleaner. A lot nicer, all smoothed out, and got a coat of paint on it. But you gotta take the burr tool and you try to get it as smooth as you possibly can. The smoother you get it with the burr tool, the less you're gonna have to sand by hand. That's actually 80 grit sandpaper after I got the burr tool on it. And you can see it's not totally perfect. There's some nooks and little divots from the burr tool, but it looks a hell of a lot better than it did before. You really got to take your time with the burr tool, so not to chew up the plastic, but after you get it on there and get it, as clean as you can get with the burr tool, and go back and hit it with the 80 grit sandpaper, clean it real good and spray it with some black. I mean, if you went further with sandpaper up to 220, it would be a lot smoother and it'd look a lot better, but it still looks pretty good. Looks a lot better than this. Now, in the situation where you had a drive-by cable set up, you would need these three ports here to bolt down to for the bracket that holds your throttle cable. That car's drive-by wire, but I left them anyway. If you had a drive-by wire set up and you wanted a smoother look, you could actually remove these 3 ports, and it would look a lot better. You see some videos on YouTube where the guys take these off, but then you have to actually plastic weld the pieces back in, and I don't know how much I trust that over time. It might look good for a little while, but after you do that and put body filler on it, I just feel like the body filler is probably going to pop off. But there you go. That's what it looks like when it's done. About 3 hours, and I did it in the car. So, I mean, that's 3 hours of me, straddling this thing to get it to this point. Another hour of sanding, it'd look a lot better. And out of the car, it'd be a lot easier and a lot faster. So, I'll probably do this one over here at some point, but for now, that's what you've got. No welding, no body filler. So, as you can see, Outsider's behind me, LS here, that hasn't been done yet. We did that one. If you like this video, please subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, just search RaceKing46 or Brad Whiteside. There's a lot more pictures and different things on there to kind of show you what I'm doing around the shop, a lot of past projects and different things that I've done over the years. Some really cool stuff. I'm going to continue to make videos to kind of help you guys out with some things. So stay tuned. As usual, keep it creative and happy building.